I don't know how to feel about this. This shit is really fucking weird. And I think before my man from Your World talk about this, because I know my man from Your World is going to talk about this. I want to get my 2 cents before he even did, because I'm pretty sure he's seen the commercial, and I'm pretty sure he's going to rant about this. But I wanted to talk about the trailer for the Bill Cosby documentary, or it's just like we need to talk about Bill Cosby. From what I've seen from the trailer, because I am, and this is just a trailer. The documentary obviously didn't drop yet, but from what I've seen from the trailer, I think they're trying to tarnish Bill Cosby's legacy even more. It's like, but and I know what some of y'all thinking. I mean, his shit is already kind of fucked up, but yeah, but a lot of people, um, even though there are still people that feel like he did it, there's still a lot of people that feel like he didn't do it, and myself included, because I said he didn't. I don't feel like he sexually assaulted or raped them women and all that stuff. I'm like, why am I trying to keep it clean? Only got 19 subscribers. Thank you for the other people that subscribed, by the way. I used to say 15. Now I'm up to 19. But I saw this and I was like, yo. And here's the thing, like, I was watching YouTube. That's the, and you know how sometimes a YouTube ad will just fuck it, even though it tell you to skip. You sometimes watch a YouTube ad, it's like, wait, this looks interesting. It's like, this looks more interesting than what I was about to watch, because if I'd have saw that as a trailer commercial, I'd have just watched it. So it's just like, yo, hold the phone. So I'm watching this, and it starts out, oh, Bill Cosby, you can't talk about, it starts off good, them praising Bill Cosby the same way they praised R. Kelly. Because I feel like that's what this is going to be. It's another one about surviving R. Kelly or some shit like that. Um, this one, it starts off that it's just like, oh, he's done so much for the black community and all that other stuff. He's so funny, and Bill Cosby's a legend in this comedy game. My parents used to watch Bill Cosby, and then it goes to the, oh, what you didn't know backstage. And one thing I did notice that, and maybe because I think it's made by the dude W. Kamal Bell, and that's a brother. I've seen his stuff, and that's a black man with an afro too, because he into soul music. Now, what made me furious is that is you just see all these black people, and even Godfrey, and I'm looking at Godfrey. I don't know where Godfrey stands, but last time I checked, I thought he realized that Cosby did not sexually assault the women, but I know he treads carefully. And I know he's got that audience where it's just like he has to tread carefully because people listen to his podcast and all. But last time I checked, I thought he realized Cosby didn't do it. Now, most people, y'all know he was acquitted of all charges, and the way he was acquitted because he was never supposed to be charged in the first place. So even though a lot of us is just myself included says, well, a lot of people's like, oh, that doesn't mean he's guilty. I said the whole thing was he was never supposed to be brought to court about it. And even back then, they couldn't prove nothing on it. There is no evidence. Everything is hearsay. Even in the deposition, and I tell everybody in the deposition, he never admitted to taking advantage of women. And like everything he said was just like consensual. And then this was the main problem of everybody, talk about Bill Cosby, is that you bring in modern rules for something that happened in the 70s, in which you can't do because it happened in the 70s. It's like and I tell people you can't do that. It's like it was a moment in time and shit. It's just like, especially during that time when everybody was just fucking everybody. And like that's what I mean. That was like the height. If you like, correct me if I'm wrong. That was like the height of the sexual revolution. On that, everybody was fucking everybody. Everybody was doing drugs. Everybody was doing coke and all that stuff. Anybody can tell you about Studio 54. It's like even girls that was just like willing to get even near a celebrity. They would do anything to get near a celebrity and all that stuff. To this day, it's just we don't know, and then that's how a lot of people. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I'm not gonna. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say he sexually assaulted and raped them. He was never acquitted. There was never no evidence, and then half the people. I don't want to say half, but there was a slew of people over there that was just like lying. There was some people that lied, especially Janice Dickinson. There was some people that you were saying he did this and he was never there. So why? And the worst part is the whole cast is like most of the people I saw when they was interviewed were black. They were black, and it's just like, oh, this used to be my hero, and now the other stuff. I was like, yo, are we really selling out Bill Cosby like this? The man, and I honestly, I hate that this shouldn't this shouldn't happen to someone that's done so much for a black community, especially if there's no evidence that he did do it. I would understand if there was evidence that he did do it. Like even with the R. Kelly, because people think just because I think Bill Cosby didn't do it doesn't mean I think R. Kelly didn't do it, and I say it all the time. No, I say it all the time. Oh, R. Kelly did that shit. It's a fucking tape. I was like niggas done seen the tape. I done seen the tape. That was him. But there's nothing around there. And then, like, if you read the deposition, in which I told people, because I read that fucking deposition up and down, he never admitted to drugging. And, a lot of people try to switch it and all that stuff. I was like, dog, read the full deposition. You're only reading, like, because a lot of people just read a little cutout part that make it sound like that he admitted to drugging and raping. But a lot of people, they, like I said, they just take their sides for it. I personally, and I mean, like I said, I personally find this sickening. Me personally, I find it sickening because it's just like, damn, y'all really trying to disgrace this man's name now. It's just like, and honestly, if you are HBCU and you feel like he did it, I want you to give back all this money. I'm still mad that motherfucking they was going at Felicia Rashad like that because she didn't believe that he didn't do it. And it's just like, oh, what you're doing is the danger. I said, no, it's not. It's like anybody, anybody could tell you. It's like what she, even if that's like someone that she worked with and a colleague and someone she adored and all that stuff, she didn't feel like he didn't do it. So she should be allowed to say, hey, I'm glad he got off. Why do you care? It's like oh, that's, and a lot of people's like, oh my god, that's so wrong. It's just like, nah, why do you care? That she didn't do it. She wasn't the one drag. And I remember they was trying to drag Felicia Rashad more than once. It was just like, oh, she was the one. I said that shit had nothing to do with Felicia Rashad. Why are y'all bringing her name in there? And I think I made a rant video of it. I know I made a rant video about that. It's like, yo, leave Felicia Rashad out of this. And I did notice that I seen nobody that worked that's on the Cosby Show on there like the main people. I didn't see no Felicia Rashad, and I'm pretty sure she wouldn't agree to it. No Malcolm Jamal Warner, no Lisa Bonet, no Keisha Knight Pulliam, and they all. And it's funny because it's like the people that work closest to him all said, "I never seen no shit like that." He was professional. He was funny. He was caring and all that other stuff. He was just. They all said the same thing. I've never seen him. So why is it? And to me, I don't know. I feel like the people that's closest to you would know if you're the one that you would know something. And I don't care. I don't live with my family the longest. It's just like, and same thing with them. It's like if something is different, something's up, they will know. I feel like anybody would pick up on it. You know your people long enough to where it's just like, oh, that's different. I've never seen you do that shit before and all that. So no, I do not feel like. And to this day, I always defend Bill Cosby. I don't care if it fucking. That's like I feel like you should stand on it. And here's my thing: if you feel like Bill Cosby did it, that's fine. I've always said it. I mean, if you feel like you did it, it's like nobody was there, and that's what everybody was talking about. No one was there, but you cannot call that man a rapist or a sexual predator because he got acquitted for it. And not only he got acquitted for it, he was never supposed to be on trial anyway. Now and you know what? To the victims that, have you been sexually assaulted and raped, this has nothing to do with y'all because y'all story needs to be told. And I've done said that many a times. It's not like don't get me wrong. I know people lie about, I know there are cases where people lie about rape and all that stuff, or people say like someone sexually assaulted somebody in which they really didn't, and all that stuff. There's a rapper that just got he just took a lie detector test and passed it that said he didn't sexually assault one of his somebody's stepson or some shit like that. There's like, he passed that test and all that other stuff, and now it's just like, oh, and some people probably still gonna think even though he passed, there's people still gonna think, and that's the problem with this one. It's just like there's already people that still look at him as a sexual predator, and they will always look at him as a sexual predator. He's never going to escape that, and it's like and we always said his legacy is tarnished. Why are we beating on this man even more? It's like, uh, I don't know. I feel like if you feel that way, any HBCU, and if you're a HB, and I'm telling this because he done gave all this money to schools. He literally put his money where his mouth is. Put everything on education. Bill Cosby is the reason why a lot of people went to school to get an education because he was big on education. And I'm gonna be look. If you go to an HBCU and all that stuff, I feel like them HBCU. If you feel like Bill Cosby did it, give back all the money he does donated for you. Find out. And that's my opinion. If y'all feel like he did that crime, you should find out how much money he's donated to that to your college and give it all back to him. I don't think y'all will ever do that, but I feel like that's something you should do. If you feel like he did that, all the money that he done donated y'all, especially to the HBCUs, give it back. Because obviously y'all don't deserve it, in my opinion. Anyway, but you shouldn't want to take money from a sexual predator. If that's how you feel, if you feel like he's a sexual predator and all that stuff, you should be able to. Here's the money he donated to us. I don't want to be associated with him at all and all that stuff. Give him back his money. But I'm going to. If you wonder if I want to watch this documentary, I am going to watch the documentary. Same, just like I watched R. Kelly shit. I'm going to watch it because I want to see how it unfolds. And I'm a film. I went to school for film, so I just want to. Maybe even then I'll probably get some ideas on how to do my documentary or some shit like that. But I do think this is ridiculous that they're doing this to him. So I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this documentary is necessary, or you think they're just trying to still throw dirt on his name? And that's all I have to say. So then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.